Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Sky Sports journalist says Arsenal will definitely sell £45 million Arsenal midfielder. A number of players are set to leave Arsenal on a permanent deal this summer, and Thomas Partey is definitely one of them. That's according to Sky Sports Italia journalist and commentator Massimo Marianella, who has had his say on rumours linking the Ghana international with a move away from the Emirates. Partey will enter the final 2 years of his contract this summer, and there are plenty of clubs who want to sign him. Arsenal signed Thomas Partey from Atletico Madrid for £45 million back in the summer of 2020. The Ghanaian was then viewed as the man who would finally replace Patrick Vieira at the Emirates, but his first 2 seasons were troubled by multiple injuries. Last season, Partey was absolutely fantastic until the start of April. He was arguably the best midfielder in the Premier League, so much so that Darren Ben described him as Arsenal's most important player. However, in Arsenal's poor result against Liverpool, West Ham, Southampton and Manchester City in April, Partey wasn't at his usual level at all, and Mikel Arteta decided to drop him. Now, Partey's future is reportedly up in the air, and Marianella has claimed he will definitely be sold this summer. He said on Sky Italia's Calcio Mercato, as relied by Tutto Juve, Partey is a player of experience, of physicality. Going to Arsenal, he improved compared to Atletico Madrid. He improved in terms of football, shooting on goal. He is very good in coverage. I think Arsenal will definitely sell him, but won't give him away for less than €20 million. Just 2 months of bad form doesn't make Partey a bad player, which is why there are multiple clubs interested in signing the Arsenal midfielder this summer. The Ghanaian has been heavily linked with a move to Juventus in recent days. Clubs from Saudi Arabia want to sign the Gunners' number 5 too. Al Nassr, Al Ahly and Al Khalij are all reportedly keen to secure his signature this summer. It will be interesting to see where Partey will end up in the coming weeks. £50,000 a week Arsenal player admits he is aiming to play far more next season. Arsenal youngster Emile Smith Rowe has admitted he wants to play far more next season after a frustrating campaign. Smith Rowe was speaking after England's second win of the Under-21 European Championships last night. The Young Lions defeated Israel 2-0 to secure their place in the quarter-finals with a game to spare. Emile Smith Rowe has been on the score sheet in both games so far. Smith Rowe came off the bench in England's opening game but was handed a start yesterday. He managed to play 70 minutes before being replaced by Harvey Elliott. Incredibly, Smith Rowe didn't start a single league game for Arsenal last season and will want to rectify that when the next campaign starts. It's been an incredibly frustrating 12 months for the £50,000 a week playmaker. After showing so much promise, injuries and the brilliant form of his teammates seriously limited his involvement. Asked about the campaign that's just gone, Smith Rowe said, "It was definitely a tough season for myself, with injuries and stuff, and then not quite getting back into the team. So, coming here with England has been great for me to get minutes and get some goals. I am really happy at the moment. My main target right now is to get back into the Arsenal team, but obviously first, we want to win this tournament. Hopefully, I can have a long future and get more England caps and make sure I am fit for every game and play as many minutes as I can." Arsenal being in the Champions League may force Mikel Arteta to rotate his squad more often this season. If that's the case, then Smith Rowe will have the chance to play his way into the team. Otherwise, it might be another frustrating year for the 22-year-old. Arsenal now very close to a huge deal at the Emirates. Arsenal could announce the signing of Chelsea forward Kai Havertz this week, Dharmesh Sheth has told GIVEMESPORT. According to the Sky Sports reporter, the 24-year-old started his medical over the weekend and it could soon be completed if it's not already. Transfer insider Dean Jones recently told GIVEMESPORT that Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta is eager to work with Havertz and get the best out of him. Last week, The Athletic reported that the Gunners have agreed a £65 million deal with their London rivals to sign the German. It means that Chelsea will make back close to what they initially paid for Havertz in 2020. As per BBC Sport, the Blues signed the attacker from Bayer Leverkusen for £71 million. Sheth thinks Arsenal could formally announce the arrival of Havertz very soon. When asked if he is expecting things to be made official this week, the Sky Sports reporter said to GIVEMESPORT on Monday morning, "That's the direction of travel. I think the medical was happening over the weekend abroad. We think it might have been in Spain just to fit in with the player's schedule. I think Arsenal went to him, so we think that medical will have been completed or close to being completed over the weekend and today. Personal terms are not expected to be a problem at all. He will sign a long-term contract at Arsenal. A formal announcement on that £65 million deal will be coming in the coming days, as you would expect, so Kai Havertz is very close to swapping Chelsea for Arsenal." Arsenal confirmed to want world-class £250,000 a week star at the Emirates. Arsenal are interested in a potential move for 29-year-old Portuguese defender Joao Cancelo. Journalist Rudy Galetti has told GIVEMESPORT, "Cancelo is due to return to Manchester City when the summer transfer window opens after initially departing the club in January on loan to Bayern München, and would be a fifth target for Mikel Arteta, with Fabrizio Romano telling GMS this week of the interest in Romelu Lavia along with Declan Rice, Kai Havertz and Jurrien Timber." Galetti confirmed that Cancelo is a player Arsenal are interested in, but revealed that the Gunners are unlikely to make a move for the defender until their issues in midfield are solved. Speaking exclusively to GIVEMESPORT, Galetti said, "Arsenal are certainly one of the teams interested in him. It's confirmed, but at the moment, the Gunners are fully focused on the deal of Declan Rice, and only after having managed the midfielder issue will they eventually focus on the Portuguese player." Mikel Arteta's preferred style of play is similar to that of Guardiola's, and Cancelo has already proven that he can thrive in that type of system. The 29-year-old was largely excellent when deployed in an inverted fullback role on either flank in Manchester, and Arsenal could attempt to replicate that. Ben White performed the role magnificently last season. However, the Englishman is naturally a centre-back, and Cancelo would offer a far greater level in that role. With that being said, he is unlikely to come cheap, especially where wages are concerned. The defender currently earns £250,000 per week at City, as per Spotrac, and would likely demand a similar salary at the Emirates. If Arsenal were to sign Cancelo, he would become their third acquisition from Manchester City in the last 2 seasons, with Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko making the switch to North London in the summer of 2022. Given his obvious quality, Cancelo will likely have a long list of potential destinations, and the Gunners appear one of the clubs that would like to sign him this summer. Arsenal watched £15 million wonderkid in person last week. Arsenal have joined a host of European clubs in wanting to sign Turkish youngster Arda Guler, according to report. Guler is emerging as one of the standout players on the continent in his age group, and a number of top clubs from around the world are keen on the midfielder. According to Team Talk, Arsenal had scouts in attendance last week as Turkey beat Wales 2-0. Guler scored in the game as well and is now set to spark a furious race for his signature this summer. According to Team Talk, Arsenal's scouting team are well aware of Guler and made sure they had a seat in the stadium to see Guler score against Wales. The Gunners were joined in attendance by scouts from some of Europe's biggest and best, including Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Manchester City. Guler could be available this summer for as little as £15 million, and there is little wonder that Arsenal and so many others are putting their names in the hat. Lauded by Mesut Ozil as being even better than he was, Guler has also been branded as one of the biggest talent currently playing in Europe. It won't just be Arsenal thinking they can't afford to miss out on Guler. The reason why so many of Europe's top dogs are watching on is because he is just so good at such a young age. He fits the profile for Arsenal, that's for sure. Young, versatile, and immensely talented, Guler is going to go a long way if he continues on the path he is on. For Arsenal, you'd have to say he is a must sign. Yes, they have other priorities, but as young players go, Guler looks certain to be a hit, and for just £15 million, it's an absolute bargain. Journalist shares Arsenal's plan C if they can't get both Rice and Caicedo. Arsenal will try to sign Romeo Lavia this summer if they can't get their top two summer transfer target, Declan Rice and Moses Caicedo. It's no secret that the Gunners' priority is to strengthen their midfield. They have already tabled bids for Rice, and he remains their top target. However, if they can't get him, journalist Dina Jones has claimed on GIVEMESPORT that there are two other alternatives on Edu and Mikel Arteta's shortlist. One of them is Lavia. Mikel Arteta has made Arsenal a very attractive club for top players. The Gunners have improved tremendously over the last 3 years, and their performances last season were extremely impressive, even though they couldn't go all the way. Arsenal's aim is to sign Declan Rice this summer, and there is a very good chance they will get him. However, Manchester City's reported interest complicate things. Jones revealed that Arsenal's main backup plan if they miss out on the West Ham skipper is Brighton and Hove Albion's Moses Caicedo. However, he will cost a fortune as well. The journalist then revealed who Arsenal's plan C is if they can't get either Rice or Caicedo this summer. It's Romeo Lavia. He said, if that happens, Arsenal are going to need a plan C. That's the moment when Romeo Lavia probably comes into the conversation more seriously. Romeo Lavia is a fantastic footballer. The Southampton man, still just 19 years old, had an amazing campaign last season, and he was the shining light in what was an otherwise dull campaign for the relegated Suns. Arsenal are right to target Lavia, but he can't really be a backup to Rice and Caicedo, can he? The Gunners should be looking to sign one of their two top midfield targets and then add the Southampton man to support them. That would be the ideal scenario, but whether they will be able to do that in the coming weeks remains to be seen. Club could be tempted to now accept Arsenal's £40 million bid for Star. Journalist Bennett Jacobs has suggested that Arsenal's latest offer for Jurrien Timber is worth around £40 million, and there is a feeling that a resolution may not be too far away now. Jacobs was speaking on the football terrace following the news that Mikel Arteta's men have now made a second bid for the 22-year-old as they look to bolster their defensive options. Jurrien Timber does appear to be Arsenal's top target at the back, and it seems that they are gradually making progress in their move for the Ajax star. The Athletic reported that Arsenal initially offered £30 million for Timber. Ajax, however, want £50 million, but personal terms are not thought to be a problem. The Daily Mail reported overnight that Arsenal are ready to double Timber's wages. Fabrizio Romano reported on Monday that a second bid for Timber had gone in, and Jacobs has now provided some further insight into the bid. He said, from Arsenal's point of view, they think that the bid is competitive. And not only that, they believe that it's more than fair, so there is a feeling that this one may get done quickly, one way or the other. I don't see Arsenal going up to anywhere close to €60 million, so as a consequence, we now need to wait and see whether or not Ajax accept the proposal. I am told that the proposal is around the £40 million mark now, which again, for the player and for Ajax, might be enough to push this one over the line. Arsenal look to be determined to wrap up their business as quickly as possible, and that should reap rewards in the early stages of the new campaign. While other teams are still finding their feet, Arsenal should have a group of players who have settled over a number of pre-season fixtures. Timber is still a young player, and he is not yet the finished article, so he will still need some time to adapt to life in the Premier League. But it's a big statement that Arsenal have made two bids in a short space of time. It will be interesting to see if a third is required to secure his signature or not. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.